Die de babdanen ni persimmingen kadek, wek nije e wabdemen. Beduk jigen enake koman enake emkwan. So de babdan is the verb to check on something, and then wabdan is to see something. Beduk jigen is a fork, beduk jigen, and then koman is a knife, emkwan is a spoon. And if you cut a persimmon in half, the seed itself will either look like a spoon, a shovel, or a knife. And they say this is supposed to predict what type of weather you'll get for the winter time. The spoon shape of the white part of the seed indicates that it'll be a cold and snowy winter, hence you're going to have to shovel your way out of it. The knife would indicate an icy winter, so more ice, not as much snow. And then a fork would predict a light winter. And you can kind of see those when you look at the persimmons. So it's kind of an interesting way of predicting how the winter will be ahead. Singoyak, Sinjagok Jashmtugman, Weezenaget Odababon. The squirrels are hoarding lots of acorns. It's going to be a difficult winter. Singoyak, Sinjagok Jashmtugman, Weezenaget Odababon. Singo is a squirrel, and it really probably comes from this word sinjagol, to catch or hoard up something. Sinjagoin is another way you can say like a cellar, place a lot of times people will store food. Sinjagoin. And so again, that's where that word for singo comes from sinjago, to catch or hoard stuff up. Jash just means a lot or a bunch, jash. Mtug is that word mtuk for a tree, and then men indicates a seed or a berry. So mtugmen is literally a tree seed, that word for acorn, mtugmen. So one more time. Singoyuk, sinjigok, jash mtugmen, weezenaget odababon. The squirrels are hoarding lots of acorns. It's going to be a difficult winter. Singoyuk, sinjigok, jash mtugmen, weezenaget odababon. Bidanquet gagasha wikmoen, abduk nui bidgetoni, gishkjagen, ganabich mizugnaduk. The clouds are approaching. It's going to rain soon. I have to put the lawnmower inside. It may hail. Bidanquet gagasha wikmoen, abduk nui bidgetoni, gishkjagen, ganabich mizuknaduk. So that bead indicates approaching or coming. Bia or bead can kind of indicate that. And then anquet is a cloud, so bidanquet would mean clouds or clouds are approaching. Gaga means soon. That sh is just an emphasizer. Kind of makes the sentence flow a little better too. Gaga sh. And then that we is the future tense, and then gamoen means it's going to rain. But you kind of flow into that G right there, and it ends up sounding more like a K, so it's weekmoen. Weekmoen, it's going to rain. Abduk, have to. Nui bidgeton, to take something inside or put something inside. Bidge means to go inside, the tone with something. So nui bidgeton, I'm going to have to take inside. Gishkjagen. Gishkjage is the verb to mow the yard. Gishkjagen is the mower itself. Genebich, perhaps. Mizugna. Mizugna is one way to say hail, and then that duck at the end is indicating that it's an uncertainty, or it's a dubiative form, so it's an uncertainty that it'll happen. So you're not real certain, but it might happen, but it may not. Mizugna duck. So one more time. Bidanquet gagasha wikmoen, abduk nui bidgetoni gishkjagen, ganabich mizugna duck. There are clouds approaching. It's going to rain soon. I have to put the lawnmower inside. It may hail. Bidanquet gagasha wikmoen, abduk nui bidgetoni, gishkjagen, ganabich mizugnadak. Abduk nui mikdanen ni zaujizessen, genwanon, abduk gishganon. I have to pick those carrots. They are tall or long. They have to be done growing. Abduk means have to. Mikdan is the verb to pick something. Mikdan. If you're picking something that happens to be animate like potatoes, it'd be mikna. And then it's also a little different if you're picking something like pakejgan is to like pick something like off of something. So like off a tree from above. That mikdan is more like pulling something up, but picking it in that manner. Zaujis is a carrot. Zaujis. Zaujises, excuse me, Zaujises is a carrot, and then Zaujisen are carrots. And then Genwa can mean long or tall. In this sense, it's more like tall. Known indicates they are. That's a VII type verb, an inanimate and transitive verb. Then Abduk again is have to. Gijge means it's done growing or all grown up, and then known they. So Abduk nui mikdanen ni Zaujisen. Genwa non. Abduk gijge non. I have to pick those carrots. They're tall. They have to be done growing. Abduk nui mikdanen ni Zaujisen. Genwa non. Abduk gijge non. Weknija ga gettegedemen Zaujisen panik tamidoyen mina kokobeyen. Nagigish mikdanen bagaji ni kokobeyen. Tetenon ni tamidoyen. What did you plant? Carrots, potatoes, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I already picked a few cucumbers. Are the tomatoes ripe? So that first sentence, Weknija ga gettedemen, what did you plant? Zaujisen is your carrots, panik, your potatoes, tamidoyen, your tomato, and then tamidoyen being plural, tomatoes, and then kokobe is a cucumber, kokobeyen are cucumbers. Nagigish, I already, mikdanen, picked them. Bagaji, a little bit or a few, ni kokobeyen of those cucumbers. Tete is the verb to be ripe for something inanimate. Tete non ni tamidoyen. Are the tomatoes ripe? Tete non ni tamidoyen. One more time. Weknija ga gettegedemen, Zaujisen, panik, tamidoyen, mina kokobeyen, nagigish mikdanen, bagaji ni kokobeyen, tete non ni tamidoyen. What did you plant? Carrots, potatoes, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I already picked a few cucumbers. Are the tomatoes ripe? Weknija ga gettegedemen, Zaujisen, panik, tamidoyen, mina kokobeyen. Nagigish mikdanen, bagaji ni kokobeyen, tete non ni tamidoyen. Mjekwetgom, we menopokonyak ishbenewindo, wabmagwagi nagosuk. It's a clear sky today. It'll be a good evening if we're wanting to see the stars. Mjekwetgom, we menopokonyak ishbenewindo, wabmagwagi nagosuk. That mje is indicating clear. That kwet is the part that indicates the clouds, like unkwet. So clear. So it's clear of clouds or a clear sky. Mjekwet. Gom today. Menopokonyak. Good evening. So we menopokonyak. It's going to be a good evening. Gishpen if, and that ndo is that preverb to indicate to try or to want to do something. Try. Wabmagwa. So I see, for me to see them. Gi, those. Nagos is one star, and then nagosuk, stars, plural. And stars are animate. Nagos, nagosuk. One more time. Mjekwet ngom. Wimenopokonyak ishbenewindo wabmagwa ki nagosuk. It's a clear sky today. It'll be a good evening if we're wanting to see the stars. Mjekwet gom. Wimenopokonyak ishbenewindo wabmagwa ki nagosuk. Jibe gijget maujishnoanne. Gawija. Zag Konyewin, Mijinagabwin, Ewijawabuk. Are you going to the Halloween party? There's going to be a costume contest. Jibe Gijgit, Maujishnowanne, Gawija. Zag Konyewin, Mijinagawin, Ewijawabuk. So Jibe Gijgit, that's like Spirit Day or Halloween. Maujishnowan, a gathering or get together. Zag Konyewin is a costume, literally dressing up scary. Mijinagawin is a contest. Mijinage is the verb to compete. Mijinagawin, a contest. Jawabuk, it's happening. So Ewi Jawabuk, it's going to happen. So, okay. Jibe Gijgit, Maujishnowanne, Gawija. Are you going to the Halloween party? Zag Konyewin, Mijinagawin, Ewi Jawabuk. There's going to be a costume contest. Jibe Gijgit, Maujishnowanne, Gawija. Zag Konyewin, Mijinagawin, Ewi Jawabuk. Mbowadzit, Mesnatesuk, Nui Wabdaman, Iba John Edat, Gadabia. We are going to watch a zombie movie over there at John's house. You should come. Mbowadzit, Mesnatesuk, Nui Wabdaman, Iba John Edat, Gadabia. So Mbowadzit means a zombie. Literally, Mbo means something that is to die, is the verb to die, Mbo. And then adze is with that W in there is like the way someone lives. So it's like living in a certain way. So living dead is kind of what you're saying here. Mbowadzit. And then like I said, that adze is in the word like bamadze, to live, or nadze, to live a certain way. So mbowadzet is living dead, the one who is living dead. Mbowadzet. And if you said zombies, it'd be Mbowadze Juk, like you can see on the movie poster there of Night of the Living Dead, the movie that you should have watched over Halloween in the language course. That Mesnatesuk, that's a movie. Nawi, I will, or here because we have the men, so we will. Wabdaman, watch it. Iba, over there. John Edat, where John lives, the place he lives. Gadabia, you should come. So one more time. Mbowadzit, Mesnatesuk, Nui Wabdaman, Iba John Edat, Gadabia. We're going to watch a zombie movie over there at John's house. You should come. Mbowadzit, Mesnatesuk, Nui Wabdaman, Iba John Edat. Bokshkamget I nede gishkjagen, abduk wie nui debema ewi gishkjaget, mishkosen genwamget. My lawnmower is broke. I'm going to have to pay someone to mow. The grass is tall. Bokshkamget I nede gishkjagen, abduk wie nui debema ewi gishkjaget, mishkosen genwamget. So that bokshka is also the word that we use as kind of slang for a person being broke, but it literally means it is broke. Bokshkamget, it's broke. And then we use it in that slangy way. We say bokshka, I'm broke. Bokshka. But again, it's kind of a slang term, but so it's really more in reference to a thing being broke. Bokshkamget. And the thing in this sense is the gishkjagen, the lawnmower. That gishk part indicates how it cuts. Gishk. If you say gishkton is to cut something. So that gishkjagen is your lawnmower. Debema, to pay someone. Debema. Debege is just to pay in general. Debema, pay somebody. That debe also could be measure something animate, but in this sense it's pay someone. And then wiye is a person or somebody. Wiye. Mishkos by itself is just one blade of grass. Mishkosen is grass plural. And then gemwamget, it is tall or it is long. Genwamget. So one more time. Bokshkamget I nidagishkjagen. Abduk wiye nui debema ewi gishkjaget. Mishkosen genwamget. My lawnmower is broke. I'm gonna have to pay someone to mow. The grass is tall. Bokskam get I nida gishkjagen. Abduk wie nui debema ewi gishkjaget. Mishko sengenwam get. Bagaji tekeyam get. Ke chakonat wabo kemen. In Egyptabiakshi ejedeschigadak. It's a little cool. Let's make some hot cocoa and sit over there on the deck. Bagaji tekeyam get ke chakonat wabo kemen. Min Egyptabiakshi ejedeschigadak. So bagaji is a little bit. Tekeyam get, it is cool. So bagaji tekeyam get, it's a little bit cool. That ge and that min indicates let's do something. Chakonat is Potawatomised word for chocolate, chakonat. And then that wabo indicates a liquid, so it's a chocolate liquid, chakonat wabo. And that ke at the end means to make it, so making hot chocolate, chakonat wabo ke. It could also be making chocolate milk, but in this sense, it makes sense because you're talking about the cold weather and stuff. Mina and Egyptabyak, and let's sit. Egyptabe is the verb to sit. Egyptabyak, let's sit. Ji, there, ejedeschigadak, on the porch or deck, ejedeschigadak. And that word for deck or porch is really just kind of that des indicates something flat. So it's that flat surfaced area, basically, deschigadak, but it's used for, and when you put that edge on there, it's the location. So it's the location of that flat area there, that deck, ejedeschigadak. Okay, let's do that one more time. Bagaji tekeyam get, ke chakonat wabo kemen, min Egyptabiakshi ejedeschigadak. It's a little cool. Let's make some hot cocoa and sit over there on the deck. Bagaji tekeyam get ge chakonat wabo kemen, min Egyptabiakshi ejedeschigadak. Nabigech. Gadanin maune I waboyan. Nuibito goeje. I am cold. Could you hand me a blanket? I'm going to put on a second blanket. Nabigech gadanin maune I waboyan. I think I said wabozo the first time. Waboyan. A blanket. Nuibito goeje. I am cold. Could you hand me another blanket? I'm going to put on a second blanket. So that bigaji is the verb to be cold. So nabigech. You don't say like kasinya when you're talking about yourself. You say nabigech, I'm cold. Nabigaji is the verb itself. Gada nin maune I waboyan. Could you hand me a blanket? Nin moa is the verb to hand something to someone. Gada, you could or you should. And then question. So could you hand me? Gada nin maune I waboyan. That word for blanket, waboyan, is related to the word wabozo, because a long time ago we used to make blankets, or quite a few blankets, from rabbit, and wabozo is a rabbit, so waboyan, a blanket. And then that word bito gueje is the verb to cover up in layers or put on a second layer. That bito is talking about layers, like if you recall, like bito paquejgen, like a sandwich, because it's between the layers. Bito gueje. How? Gom mnogizget nui bopke. Weknija doem bop. Bidim bop. Today is a good day for me to make soup. What type of soup? Chicken soup. Gom is today or now. Mnogizget is a good day or a beautiful day. Nuim bopke, I'm going to make soup. It's a good day that I could make soup, or I will make soup. Nuim bopke. Weknija doem bop. That doe is type, so what type of soup? Weknija doe bop. And then bidim bop, chicken soup. Bidim bop, bidi bean chicken, bop bean soup. And for some soups, some types of soup, you'll just indicate like with an abo or a nabo. For example, potato soup is just penny wabo. You just use that wabo indicating like a liquid. Same with corn soup. Corn soup is mdam nabo. Just uses that abo ending to indicate like a liquid, if you will. But you can also just put that bop on things to indicate like a type of soup. Bop. One more time here. Gom minogish get nuim bopke. Weknij duem bop. Beadim bop. Today is a good day for me to make soup. What type of soup? Chicken soup. Gom minogish get nuim bopke. Weknij duem bop. Beadim bop. Odanke gijuk nui pabos menukmukshanaji talaminum niao. Manowab managwadoni dat bagon beshotji miao. On Saturday, we're going to ride around here and there, that Talamina road. The leaves are beautiful close to that road. Odanke gijuk, Saturday, or literally go to town day, because a long time ago when you had just a wagon and a horse, you might live 5 or 6 miles from town. So when you go to town on Saturday, it's quite an ordeal. It might take you 5 or 6 hours to get there and get back. So you didn't just jump into town every day just for odds and ends. You kind of loaded up for the week, or maybe even for a few weeks. Boze is the verb to drive, and then or to ride, and then that pa indicates around. So driving around. Nukmuk, here, there, everywhere. Nukmuk. And then G, there, G. And then Talamina is just a place in Oklahoma, a road. And then Meow is a road. So Talamina, Meow is a road that runs through Oklahoma. It's known for its pretty flower, or pretty leaves when they change. And then Manowab Managwadon, they look beautiful. Manowab Managwadon. Ni, those. Dat Bagon, leaves. And then Beshoch is close or nearby. Ji, there. That Meow, the road. So one more time here. Odanke gijuk nui pabmosman nukmukshanaji telamina Meow. Manowab Managwadon ni dat bagon Beshochi Meow. On Saturday, we're going to ride around here and there, that Talamina road. The leaves are beautiful close to that road. Odanke gijuk nui pabmosman nukmukshanaji telamina Meow. Manowab Managwadon ni dat bagon Beshotji Meow. Wow. Nagi takag mestonen ni chakonath wabo guabagasan. Gigajaboyanon jashuk wupi egi wujitoyan. I put the cups of hot cocoa out to cool. They were hot right when I made them. That takag meston is to put something out to cool. That taka is related to like teke. Tekeyam, get it's cool, but takag meston for set something out so that they cool. It could be soup, it could be hot cocoa, it could be coffee even. Chakonat is the Potawatomi word for chocolate, chakonat. And then that wabo indicates again like a liquid, chakonat wabo. Guabagas is a cup, and then guabagasa and our cups plural. And then gajaboya is a hot liquid, gajaboya, and that known, so they are hot liquids, gajaboya known. Jishuk means just now, and then that whoopee, so when, or it's in this sense, it's when, and then agi, did, wujitoyan, I make it or them. So I just would have made, since I just made them basically. Nagi tikag mestonen ni jakonat wabo guabagasan. Ki gajaboyanon jishuk wupi egi wujitoyan. I put the cups of hot chocolate out to cool. They were hot right when I made them. Nagi tikag mestonen ni chakonat wabo guabagasan. Ki gajaboyanon jishuk wupi egi wujitoyan. Aha, that's it for fall sentences number 2. Miigwech, and I hope